Sports. It's in the game.
Up of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. On the give, this is Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind.
A first down. Ben to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 40 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch wasn't...
3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing is Stafford. Touchdown! Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me?
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And in 2020, this unit was again one of the best defenses in the NFL. They can bring a lot of heat with their pass rush. As a group, they finished with 53 sacks last season, second only to the Steelers' 56, and a lot of it was interior pressure. That's what you should talk about it all.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Looking for the end zone, and he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford, and the Rams add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about it off.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
would
don't
do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving. That's what you should talk about it all.
Herbert off of play action. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway?
Down at the 33. On play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's John Simon with a sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big...
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his fifth year. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes...
Jerry Hughes showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
On 25-yard line. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he Mississippi State man Chris Jones with a sack there.
One of the better defensive linemen in the league, can be absolutely dominant at times. Chris Jones has been a Pro Bowler each of the last 2 years. In 2020, just 7.5 sacks. But he did have a career high, 15.5.
But there, luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with a touch. Juju Smith-Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job, it's team there and a first down. Now Heineke. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And the Watt family certainly knows how to get to the quarterback. His brother J.J., he led the NFL in that category twice in 2012 and 2015. And now...
On third down, Heineke. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steeler score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive back.
At their own 46. Heineke. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this is going to be covered up, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them. It was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. A fight for it, and this is caught.
I need to get my
What a catch. And he'll this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway.
Drive the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need pressure. Gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right. And goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance.
Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. There so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to
get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 40 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the 53 left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2 to throw. It's Wentz. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Isaiah Simmons coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
No reason to wait.
On play action, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
And Arizona spent the entire offseason with their eyes firmly towards making the playoffs in 2021. A big reason they signed J.J. Watt. Not only does he still have a lot left in the tank, think about the great leadership he'll provide.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
And no team got after the quarterback quite like the Steelers did last season. They led the NFL in sacks and quarterback pressures, and there's another one right there. This Pittsburgh team always
Get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of
possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you,
pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as
on 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they